Hello, it's Melissa with Atlas CFO, and today we are talking about building an overhead budget for our contractors. I have to say, a lot of times people don't really like this part because they think, oh, I don't want to think about how much money I gotta spend next year. But it is something that will actually help you out. The reason why we even bother with budgets is because, well, we want to maintain some sort of control. I know whenever we were contractors, many days it didn't seem like there was much we could control. It was like firefighting, but budgets were something that we had a little bit of control over. We said, we know what to expect. So it may be a small thing or maybe something, it doesn't matter that much, but having a sense of control over your expenses can give you peace. The second thing that we need to talk about budgets for is to calculate our break-even point for revenue. It's a big deal to understand what we need for revenue in a year, what our gross margin is going to be, so that we can set goals around net income, profitability, and how we want that business to run for the year. And our third reason is investment. Usually there's things we need. We need new trucks. We need some equipment. We may even need a bigger shop. We have to look at when can we afford that and what is our year going to look like. A budget is a way to start that process. Even though some of our larger items like that aren't going to go through our expense budget, we are going to see the capacity for whether we can add them and when we can add them. There are three types of expenses that we're going to talk about today, and this is the way I design a budget when I'm going to do it. So I break my ideas for what we're going to spend money on into fixed, variable, and discretionary. So we're going to break down each one of those next, but just keep in mind that you don't have to have it this way. This is just the way that I gather my information and put it together. Also, they may not be categories on your income statement. They may just be all one list, but the way you determine how much of a budget you're going to put to each line item can be based on, in my opinion, these three categories. So our first category that we're going to talk about is our fixed expenses. Our fixed expenses are relatively easy. They're the fun category in my opinion because I know what rent's going to be. I have a pretty good idea what utilities are going to be. I can even estimate my depreciation. There's a lot of things that really don't change month over month or even year over year. You can get that budget pretty quick. That makes it fun and you really feel like you're getting something done. Our next category is our variable. So variable can be a little tricky, but we get hints because we get payroll hints or revenue hints. And I'm going to give you a few examples. Let's just say that we know that we're going to add to our employee base. Well, it's not just our employee base, our wages that grow, but our payroll taxes, our health insurance, and many of our employee benefits will also increase with that increase in payroll. Something else that will increase with payroll can be our insurance. So we need to make sure that we're thinking about the relationship between revenue, payroll, and expenses. The third category, which I think is kind of fun, is the discretionary category. So the discretionary category are things that maybe you don't know exactly how much you're going to spend every month. It's not based on revenue or payroll, and sometimes they can even feel like maybe luxury items. Maybe that's too big of a word, but things that aren't absolutely necessary, but gosh darn, they sure make it nice. Things like bonuses can go in this category. Increased advertising, marketing, growth opportunities can go in here. So think about it like an investment in your business. Other things like technology. With the new changes from the fixed assets that now the 2,500 threshold is in place, much of our technology ends up going in our income statement. So planning for technology expenses can be a big deal. Phones aren't cheap, iPads, devices, laptops. So putting those into this discretionary category will tell us how much we can spend. Now what I'm not talking about here, although it usually comes up, is items that we want to invest in. I mentioned that earlier, that there are times that we need to expand into vehicles, expand our equipment, expand our shop. Those aren't going to go in our discretionary category. We really want to make another list for those because they don't belong on our income statement budget. They're going to go into our balance sheet, into our fixed assets. However, we may need to calculate if we're going to have a lease payment or a note payment, interest, and extra depreciation. Because that's such a big topic, we're going to save that for another day. But if you're going through your budget, just kind of keep notes off to the side of things that you may need to invest in. So what do you do next? Well, for me, I like to make sure that I've got my budget in my accounting system. So in our all access class, our membership source, we have a budget tool in there. And then you can use that budget tool to then get it into your software. I'll tell you, most accounting softwares have ability to carry a budget and then have the ability to report on the budget. I like reporting out on a monthly basis, but some people do it on a quarterly basis. The key is to look at what you expected and what it is actually, and then decide if you need to make any changes. Decide if you need to adjust your budget or you need to adjust your expenses. Decide if there's a conversation that you need to have. But monthly review, again, gives you that sense of control when sometimes it doesn't feel like there's a lot. And the thing that I think is fun is once I know what we're going to spend, let's start talking about what kind of revenue we need. That's all about break-even goals. So break-even is a topic for another day. I think we're going to do a video here real shortly on break-even. In our all-access class, we actually do a break-even calculation that's a little more in-depth. So if you're interested in that, you can sure check that out. So I mentioned our all access membership. You can go to it at atlascfo.com and just click this graphic and you can learn more about it. I love spending time with you. Thank you very much for your time today, and I hope you take the opportunity to build your own budget. Talk to you soon.